Good evening, everybody, and happy kickoff day to National Poetry Month. The month of April is the beginning of spring for many. The beginning of April is also April Fool's Day to many. It may be many of those things, but it also is one of my favorite times of year. Like I said, National Poetry Month. So I thought, as I am trying to share with the world my poetry, and poetry in general, I thought I would share my poems live and in person, or at least in video. And in addition to that, I'm going to read poems that have kind of stuck in my brain or inspired me, or just poems I find pretty damn cool. So I'm going to do things kind of backwards tonight. And instead of me going first, I'm going to have one of the best of all time, if not the best of all time in the English language, speak first. Well, he's not going to speak. I'm going to speak for him, in that William Shakespeare's been gone for a long time as far as being on this earth, but his poetry's still here. So, I'm going to read sonnet number 18 by William Shakespeare, and then I'll read something of mine right after. But for those of you who don't do numbers as far as the sonnets go, I'm thinking this one will sound a little familiar as soon as I start reading it to you. All right? Sonnet number 18 by William Shakespeare. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often his gold complexion dimmed, and every fair from fair sometime declines, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. By thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of the fair thou owest, nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as men can breathe and eyes can see, so long lives this, and gives life to thee. William Shakespeare. This is, if I were most deaf, I'd be saying he's a deaf poet. He most definitely is. But William Shakespeare, sonnet number 18, to kick off National Poetry Month. And as I said, I'm going to read something of mine every day of this month too. So I'm going to start, obviously, my collection of poems, analog poems, out for sale. Check the links in the comment section, as well as the intro to this video here, but the link will be available all over this page. So here we go. I want this first poem to be kind of seen as my mission statement, why I write. That's why I put it as the lead-off poem in my collection, and that's why I'm making it the lead-off poem for you out loud. Here we go. And this one is called Poetry. I'll keep spitting poetry because life shows no symmetry, no balance to hold for stability. I realized I have to make my own gravity. I've been knocked down, dragged down. Shots kept coming even though when I was on the ground. No time to make my face frown, no choice, I have to get back up. I haven't lived life or given enough. There's a catch, a snag, a struggle. Being bulletproof comes with a price. Stings like hell even though it spares my life. That's what I take. For what or whose sake, I don't know. On I go, shots fired and I take them. No choice about it, no chance to run. Not even sure whose hand holds that gun. No matter what, I'll live. I've got a love and a life to give. I'm spitting poetry to make my own symmetry, my own gravity, my own stability. I'm spitting poetry. And that is poetry by yours truly from Analog Poems. Yes, these videos are very amateur. I'm getting my legs on this one, but I hope you have a very good night, and I hope this is the beginning of a very awesome and poetry-filled month, being that it's National Poetry Month. Happy Friday night. Happy National Poetry Month. I'll see you next time, guys.